All right, good morning traders, and welcome to the kickoff here of the Bookmap crypto competition. We're going to get you connected and get you up and running and everything, and then go through live analysis, order flow, and some trading in here. That is the goal. Let's go over the disclosures. All Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure: trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, so let's jump in here. If you guys don't know, we have already kicked off the competition, let me show you the web page here. It is the landing page here, competition.bookmap.com. If you didn't register for the event, it is too late. So you can follow along in here, no problem. It's too bad you won't be able to compete. You can definitely follow along with your own trading within Bookmap. Lots of nice prizes here. First prize is global lifetime global plus subscription plus $2,000 cash prize. Second prize is lifetime global plus subscription. Third is 1 year global plus subscription, and then one random user or participant will also get a global lifetime subscription. Okay, global plus. You got to enter to win. We can go over all the trading competition rules in here if you guys have any questions. And you can see we have the leaderboard here. All right, let me just update this and see who's doing what here. So operator 19 is in the lead here. Nice, and right behind him, Michael L. We got a really kind of tight, we just started an hour ago. Looking pretty good here. These guys are already knocking it out of the park. Let's continue on here on this page. There's some resources here, also getting connected and going to the Learning Center, and then some FAQs in here. So we'll come back and revisit this. I want to get you guys connected first. All right, so if you're having any issues getting connected, we're going to go through it one more time. We went through it yesterday. We'll go through it again today. I've cleared my Bookmap here. Start Bookmap. Go up to connections, and let me see if there's any questions already. No, not yet. Go up to connections and click configure, and then we're going to add or remove a platform. We're going to add one. Click on that. That will take you to the Bookmap plugins manager in Bookmap Connect level 0 here, or layer 0. Now what we need to do is scroll down to the bottom here in available for installation. We want to add two in here. One is the trading simulator, and it's just been updated to version 1.0.1. And if you don't see it here, if it is grayed out or you don't see it in here and you haven't installed it already, the reason being is that you are probably using an outdated version of Bookmap. You need to use or download and install Bookmap version 7.4, build 18 or 19. Okay, so let's install it now. It says it's ready for use. Now we're going to come back in here and scroll down again to that layer 0, and we're going to add Bookmap data. Okay, so one is connecting to the trading simulator, which it will be your trading account for the demo competition. And then the Bookmap data here, we want to install that as well. So click install. And this is how we're going to connect to the crypto instrument. Okay, so now we've installed them. Let's click OK. Now we're going to add a connection. Okay, we've added the platform. We're going to add a connection. from the platform dropdown, we're going to select it. And now you should see in here, it should be available. If we scroll down, you see Bookmap data. And you should also see, if you scroll down further, alphabetically arranged in here, you should see your trading simulator right here. So let's first install that one. Click on it and click OK. That's great. That's added it. Now we got to come back up to connections. You can see we've added the simulator. Let's configure though, and we're going to add from the drop down here our Bookmap data. So scroll back up to it here, select it and click OK. All right, now let's click on connections. And where is it? Okay, let's hold on. Let me try that again here. I've added this. Okay, that's good. Now, where's my simulator? And let's add that. Interesting. All right, so let's see if the simulator has done something in here. No. All right, this is interesting. All right, so something has changed in here. And we're going to redo this process one more time. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to remove these again. Data. And trading simulator. Click OK. Let's exit without saving. And then we're going to restart Bookmap. There is a video on this as well. Let me show you where that is. It's here. I can share this link for you for connecting. I'll put this into the chat. And then let's go back to Bookmap here. Okay, there's the connection video. Now, the first thing you need to do when you start Bookmap is put it into trading mode. This is the run option you're going to use. You can record your live data and your orders so you can replay it later. This is a really great tool for debriefing your trading. I recommend you do it. I also recommend not loading any previous workspaces here. Just have one clean instrument. And let's click OK. All right, so let's update these in here. Just a random update. Now I need to add my connection here again. All right, so let's add our platform. Scroll back down. Trading simulator. Ready to use. Scroll back down. Bookmap data. Ready to use. Click OK. Add our platform here. Trading simulator. OK. Come back up. Configure. Bookmap data. Click OK. Let's try this first then. We're going to connect to it here. All right, everything looks good. You're going to use these settings here: Bookmap data, competition, multi-book, US BTC, USDT, 1 hour cloud data. Tick size is recommended to go with 1 and see how it goes. If this bogs down your machine, you don't have a very powerful machine, then you'll have to resubscribe and then select 10 as your tick value, tick size. And then for granularity, 0.01 is fine. Let's click OK. Okay, I'm up and running. And let me see if I can already connect here to my simulator somehow. No. Okay. where is my simulator? There it is. Okay. So I don't know what the issue is there. I haven't seen this before. I know it's just been updated. Okay, but now we can select it. All right, so we may need to go through the process like that. And apologies for that. Not sure. I'll check with the developers. But anyway, this is what you need. You need to have your bookmap data. You will connect to bookmap data for the competition and use BTC USDT. And then you also need to connect to and have selected here your trading simulator. And this is your trading account, okay, for the competition. And then in here, you may or may not see this panel here. So I'm going to hide the panel. Sorry, I'm going to show the info panel. I want to hide this panel here. Okay, so now you see it's not selectable here to be able to trade from the trade control panel. So right click in here and then we're going to add panel, cross instruments trading panel. Okay, you'll be trading off of our data here, our bookmap data for BTC USDT, and then you will be trading into your simulated account here. Right, so that's how it works. And let's click on start. Okay, and here's your confirmation. And then let's now you can see we have the selected options here in the drop down to trade from the chart, the dome, or both. I'll select both. A few more details since we're going through all of this here. You may want to click on the little pin here. That will keep this open, so it'll always be live on both. And then another one is down here. Note that by default, the stop order type is limit. I would recommend you select market. Okay, we are now ready to trade. All right, so we just need to select the size, and I'll select 1, and then we can start trading. All right, so now to select orders, you can use the keys down here. Okay, you can use market buy order. This is a buy limit on the ask, and this is a buy limit order on the bid. Okay, this is a market sell, and this is a sell limit on the ask, and this is a sell limit on the bid. Okay, you can flatten your positions. You may need to use this button if you're totally leveraged here. And you can't select any orders. All right, so you may need to use this because you can't place any more orders. You have your reversal buttons, you have OCO and bracketed orders. They will work in here. However, they will be client side, which means it will be taking some of your margin power. All right, so they are supported, but you won't be able to use all the available margin. All right, so keep that in mind. So they're kind of like partially supported, basically. It's up to you how you want to trade. Okay, so now we're all set up, and let's take a look and see what's going on in the market here. Okay, so I have 1 hour of backfill data, and you can see this down move here, and then a reversal back up. We're at 2,700 right now. And we just traded into some pretty high liquidity here. All right, so let me see if there's any questions so far by anybody. Everyone's trading, so I imagine not too many questions here. Hold on, let me get to some of these other questions. And let me Discord. And any questions here in Discord? Let's see here. Hold on. Morning, Stan. All right, guys, I'm going to jump over. Actually, I'll keep an eye on the all markets, Bruce, here in Discord. I'm going to jump over though to the trading competition hashtag BM dash trading dash competition, and we can answer some questions in there. That's going to be our hub in here for all links and all correspondence. It will be in here. Okay, so let's do that, and we'll just have our Q&A in here. Okay. All right, so we got a little volatility in here. Trades into this high liquidity and immediately sells off. So this is what we're going to do here. We've gone through the connection, and let me know if you have any questions, and then we'll go through any of the Q&A. We did that yesterday, and I don't see any questions right now, so I think we're good. And then now what we can do is we can start to go through some setups in here. All right, so let's take a look. And what do we see in here? All right, well, I don't really see much on this time frame at the moment. You can add more backfill data if you zoom all the way out, and then you click on this little button here. It's gray. When you hover over it, it's blue. It has a little white arrow. Click on it, and you can add more historical data here. Okay, 1 hour local, which means that you've already had it stored, or 1 hour cloud. All right, so I already added 1 hour. Let's add another. All right, so I'll click on load, and you can see up in the upper left it's loading here. And then once it's done, I can zoom out more. Okay, so it's importing it. Now you don't want to load too much data in here. It might overwhelm your machine. So now let's zoom out a bit more, and we can see what's happening here. All right, so we had a consolidation range, a breakdown, and a pretty severe pullback, but we see the sellers come right back in now. All right, so we want to get this bigger picture approach first. What we're going to do is go through a process in here, and I said I'd have a checklist for you guys. I'll put that together, and we're going to do it on the fly here, and then I'll have documents for you that I will put back into the hashtag bookmap trading competition here, Discord room. One note here in the Discord room, scroll back up to the top in here, and Kamal has put in these channel links in here. These different threads. If you have any questions for FAQs, needing assistance, there's the registration link, which is now not valid, but also the rules here. Okay, you can click on these links here and then get the information you're looking for. All right. $100,000 divided by price. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Asking about the margin. That's it exactly. So you get it. You can see you have a $100,000 account here, right? That's your account balance. Now I've taken some trades just in the beginning here of the competition, and so my balance is just a little bit more than that right now. But what you can do or to figure out your balance is very simple. Or your margin and how much you can trade. So just take the 100,000. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures here, and then divide by what is it worth right now. Well, let's just say it's worth 27. Let's say 100 to give us a little bit of room here. Okay, so I can trade up to basically a 3.6. Almost 3.7 contracts or Bitcoin. All right. So now it's a really good question, Debbie, because this is what you can do in here, and it's totally up to you. You're going to have to find what works for you. Now, let's suppose you want the power to be able to trade 2. Well, then take your 3.6, right? Divide it by 2. Okay, so then you only have 2 bullets, basically. Each one would be 1.8. Okay, now if you start losing, you will not have 1.8 any longer. Your balance maybe dips below the 100,000, and you may need to use 1.7 for each one. All right, so just be aware of that. If you have big gainers in here, maybe you can go to 1.9 or 2.0 for each, or so up to 4 lots total. All right, so keep that in mind. Now, maybe if you have the 3 and let's see, 3.6, and then divided by 3, and maybe you want to use 1.2. Right, and then now you can get in 3 times. Okay, so you can kind of average in and scale in and out of your position. All right, so it's up to you. Now, the way to do that is in here. Let's reset it first in the size, and then click on 1 here. And then I would recommend just typing it in here, 1.2, for example. And then you're good to go. All right, so now we can come over here and place an order, right? And there you can see my position is now 1.2, and that's it. Now I can add another one in here. Now it's 2.4. All right. Okay, so anyway, let's flatten the position. All right, and that way you can scale in and out. So basically, yeah, we'll wait and maybe see something a little bit better, and I can demo that again. But does that answer any of your questions, Debbie? Now, for those of you who are new to Bookmap, let's go to the Learning Center. Okay, so go to bookmap.com, and then go to the More button here, and then go to the Learning Center under Resources right here. Under the Learning Center, go to this Getting Started course right here. All right, this will bring up a host of videos under each section here, adding symbols, displaying elements, etc. Open the one for trading, and we'll scroll down a little bit here. In here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different videos in here for trading. You'll see the one here for placing orders and using your trade control panels, the 2 above it. These will probably be the ones you'll access and use the most. Okay, so if you're new to Bookmap and you want to trade from the chart, you can watch these videos in here. There's also trading from the DOM, which I can demo for you, and also you can trade using these buttons like I showed you earlier. All right. Okay, so because we've selected up here trading from both chart and DOM. All right. Okay, all right, well, let's take a look at some things in here now. Let's also, I want to show you another thing, and that is Bookmap on the higher time frame. Just a minute. Okay, I'm going to use Bookmap Web, and since you already signed up for the competition, you can log in right here. Okay, and you have free access to this. You can look up to and access 1 month of Bitcoin data here. From the drop-down, let's select multi-book, and then also BTC USDT, and we're good to go. Okay, I'm going to deselect some of these here so that it's easier to see. Now we have 1 month of data in here. Right, we can go to 1 week and get our bigger picture perspective here. So look at this. So for the week here, we have consolidation range, breakout up into almost this 24 or 27,500, Big pullback, but look how the market has accepted above this consolidation range previously. Okay? It bounced off of here and came back up and just couldn't get into this 500 yet. And that's where we currently are, and going back and forth in here. So we can look at 1 day as well in here. Let's do that. We'll click on that, and then this is 1 day of Bitcoin activity in here. You can also add candlestick charts if you want, if you're a candlestick chart trader, yeah, you can even take the heat map off here and the volume dots if you want, and just look at your candlesticks. Okay, so for example, we're kind of we see this kind of red candle at the moment moving down. So look for this swing down here around this 27,020 level. Okay, well, we're already through that. Okay, so let's go back to our higher time frame for a second here, and let's look for some sort of setup in here. Okay, it's odd, not sure what happened there. Okay, well, really not seeing much. Maybe we're looking for a bounce off of this on the shorter time frame. On the higher time frame here, well, we've got two big red candles. We've had a retest back up here, and we're coming back down again. So bigger, higher time frame in here, this could be a really nice move. We could see a break of this level around this 27,030 or 20. And then back down into like 26,970, something like that. Even lower. So we might see a really nice move in here on the higher time frame. Okay. Let's look at actually 1 hour as well. Yeah, it's just bouncing around in here right now. Okay, but here's the move earlier today when the competition just started. Little consolidation range, move back down, and now you can see that we're moving kind of back up here, is what it looks like. All right, so let's jump back here and take a look. Okay, and let me get to any questions here. Okay, thanks, Maxime. He's helping out. And let me go back to YouTube and see if there's any questions there. Louise, thank you. You're answering lots of questions. Trading with Bookmap GPAN is a pleasure. You really don't have to think much, and just trade right from the chart. So I'll go over the basics here for you right now. Right. So in this window here, this is where you can trade from the chart. If you hover over it, you can see you see your arrow or your cursor and a little $sign on it, which means you can set orders. So the way it works with the one-click trading in here, it's very simple. Any left clicking in here will be a buy order. It depends on where you are in relationship to price. So if I click left click down below price, this will set a limit order. Okay, now let's test this out here. I have 1.2 limit orders. I can select another one or add another one, and I can add one more, right? Now, if I add one more after that, I should be over my margin, and I should get a margin call, or it should not allow me. And there you can see the order rejected, and it says why, because I do not have enough balance or margin to submit the order. Okay. Now you can cancel all orders here or flatten it. It's the same thing basically. Flatten's a little different. Flatten will close any open positions first and then cancel any open orders. Okay, canceling all open orders would be this button here. All right, so that's limit buys. What about market buy? Well, let's just zoom in a little bit here. If you right or left click above current price, that'll be a market buy. You can see I just got filled right here. Okay. And if you want to exit that position, let's hit flatten. Okay. And now you can see I just exited the position right here. Okay. So bought here, sold there. All right. Now let's go over any questions on this. Okay, so that's right clicking. Now there's one more type of order that I can set in here, but you need to hold down the shift key and then left click above the market. Note that this is now, it says 1.2 and it says STP for stop. This is a buy stop. All right, so let's see there. I just got filled. Okay, see how the market hit it and turned into a market order. All right, so that's how that works. So you might want to I'm gonna hit flatten on that. You might want to use this if you're looking to get taken into a position, and I'll show you some interesting things you can do, especially in the crypto market, with your stops. Like for example in here, let's just see here. Let's see if we get it right now. You'll see that a lot of these algos will follow up underneath here, and if they do, they usually will push it price up into other areas of liquidity. If you see that, you can place your buy stop above here and just look to be taken into the market. Like see what I was talking about, right in here. See how they'll just kind of push that up. Okay, now they got out of the market though, right? But we'll look for that behavior again, and then go with the side of the there we go. So let's see if we can get it here. Right, and we're going to try to go with that algo. Okay, let's see. There's a little bit of that behavior in there. And let's see if we see it again in here. Yep, see what I'm talking about? Now we're up into this level of liquidity here. All right, so it's up to you. You want to hold it? Well, I don't see any reason to get out yet. Maybe you can come up into 27.90. Okay, now see how it kind of flipped here now? So maybe you want to get out of your position. This is very short-term trading in here, but if you want to scalp, this is a delight. Okay, here we go again. There's that algo still pushing. All right, now we're getting some resistance up here, right? So I'm going to flatten the position now at that point. Okay. Anyway, we'll get back into that kind of scalping type of opportunities in Bookmap in here. It's a really nice feature. This heat map works really well with some of these crypto markets. Okay, you can really see this behavior underneath and above the current price, and you can see how there's really not much buying in here. It's just selling that pushes it down. Okay, and then you can see a little bit of flip here right now, a little bit of volatility. Usually, you'll see this carry on, right? So look at this here. So we're getting buyers. There we go. All right, so let's see if we can get it back up into here. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do as well is I was going to right click up here, and well, let's just see. Yeah, I'm gonna right click up here. Okay, and I'm just missing it. All right, so anyway, let's just flatten it. God, there is some volatility in here. The moment pushing it all over the place. So this is probably a higher time frame level. It's just trying to figure out what we want to do here. And not really, but it is at a swing high here at the moment. Okay, and it's this is where price dropped from earlier in here. So just keep an eye on this little area here. The swing high is up and the liquidity is up here at 2,700, 27,100. All right, so now we've covered the buy stop, the buy market, and the buy limit order. Okay, now let's cover the one-click trading for the sell side. All right, so the way to do that is with right-clicking in this window here. So let's right-click in here, okay, below current price, and you can see now I'm short 1.2 coins here. All right, so that's how you do it. And then if you want to buy it back, okay, well, you can left click above and that'll be a market buy, and then it flattens me. Okay, now my position is 0. All right, let's do another let's do a limit sell. Okay, so let's say like you know, I'm looking for a pullback or something, and I'll be a seller up here, for example. Right clicking is always a sell, left clicking is always a buy. So right click above the market, and that will set my 1.2 coins here as limit. Okay, and this will stay in the market here until I cancel it. Okay, it's good till cancel here. All right, now you can also move these down. For example, left click, hold, and drag. Okay, move them up, whatever you want. It's really a pleasure using this. Now note as well that the behavior in here is all recorded, so you can see when you got in the market and when you moved it and where you moved it to. Really nice features for the one-click trading. Now let's also talk about, I'm going to set a couple in here. Okay, in the same area, I'm going to cancel those. All right. I want to, okay, so let's flatten this, and I want to demo this here for you. Let's see. I think it's probably going to come up to this 100 here. Looking pretty good. So what we can do, we'll instead of setting a limit sell by left clicking, I'm sorry, right clicking above the market, and we can add this actually. Here it comes. Note that I clicked here twice. Now I have 2 orders. That's in the parentheses here. We have 2 orders. Okay, and you can expand this, and you can take one of them out if you want by left click, holding, and dragging, or drag it back up here. And then you can move them both together if you have them together. That's a really nice feature. There's another thing to do in here, is that you can use your center mouse wheel here as a button and click on it. Right, and you can see what it did. It canceled one of those orders, and I can cancel the other one too. Okay, so you don't have to cancel them individually, but you can do it multiple ways, in fact. Okay, individually, you can cancel this one by clicking on it here and coming down to clear or cancel. Okay, and now I just have one left in here. Okay, or you can use your center mouse wheel and then click on it. Okay, if you hold down the control key and click on it, it will cancel all. Okay, so we're going through all the functionality in here. I just want to go through this for the trading because this is the time to do it. You guys can trade your hearts out for the next, I don't know, 46 hours, right? So get good at this. in here. Again, you can use your bracketed orders here. Set your take profit and your stop loss, and then let's actually let's do that. And then I'm just going to go long in here. Oh, hold on. All right. And let's zoom out a little bit, and you can see that it placed my stop loss down here and my take profit up here, 60 ticks, right? So and then I'm going to move that down to 100 because that was my target. There we go. And now it filled. All right. Now the this is a bracketed order, so the stop is filled now too. Okay, just note, like I said earlier, using these bracketed orders here will take some of your margin. I believe that is correct. Maxime, I don't know if you have any questions on that or any comments on that. I'm still short here. Well, I'm actually short now position. Okay. That was by accident, so I'm just going to cancel that. All right. Let's see what else. The sell stop, hold the shift key, and then we're going to right click below current price. Remember, if I right click below current price, that's going to be a market sell. Okay, but if I hold down the shift key and right click, now you can see that's a sell stop. Okay, if it gets triggered or it gets touched, this will turn into a market sell. All right, and let's just use our center mouse wheel and click on it. All right, so nice little move here up into almost 27,150. Let's zoom out. Let's get our bigger picture perspective here and see what's happening. Okay, so what do we have here? We've gone above the swing here, and we have not hit that 150 yet. Now, this is something that we noted in crypto. Now we're going to start to get into some strategy in here. Now, these would be we're going to be trading on very small time frames in here. So keep that in mind. We're not looking for bigger picture type of moves in here at the moment. Okay, it's up to you how you want to trade. It's basically the same thing though on all time frames that the order flow events that we're looking for. All right, so let's see if we can get continuation here. You can see that the market did not. Watch the sellers come in now. Okay, we're back to support. Now let's see if we break this in here. This is a good area to maybe put my sell stop. Okay, let's see if I'm looking for the market to take break through this area, take fill my trade here, and then come back down into these previous levels here. Okay, now I'm basing that off of, okay, this was a strong move, but here we made a lower high and we don't see much buying at all. Okay, but what I'm looking for is big selling down here. Exhaustion up here and big selling down here. And now we're touching that liquidity, got the trade, or at least they got filled here, that high liquidity. Okay, now note, because we're looking for this as a scalp and a move back down to 27,100, our order was here. It was below this swing here. Okay, so in fact, you can look at this on multiple time frames, maybe a smaller one in here. You know, something like that. Now, it's not working out. It's moving really quickly. But the concept is if this happens, this scenario happens, then I want to be short down here. And then I'm looking for the move lower. All right, now I didn't get filled. Well, that's good because then I didn't have to take any of this risk. So it would have moved against me and likely stopped me out pretty quickly. Okay, I was looking for this scenario and I had my reasons for it. Okay, and here we go again. Now I'm going to cancel this now. This is not a good idea now because it's gone too far. Okay, I would take it up here instead at this point and trade it back down to the bottom of the range here, and then take some off and then maybe look for the continuation after that. All right, the reason being is that price came up, continued to trade into high liquidity, and I'm looking for the break. I'm looking for the sellers to come in. Okay, now they're starting to come in, but we're just looking for kind of a retest here, a breakout and a failure and a move back down to this 100. Now the market's moved away from there, so now we don't want that. Trade idea is pretty much kaput. Any questions? Deborah, I don't know if you're watching the webinar. Let me jump over to Discord and see. I don't know who's in here. Okay, I've got a few people here. Good morning, guys. Guys, I'm not chatting in the well, I'll jump over quickly. I'm actually chatting in the BM dash trading dash competition room. Okay, let me show you where that is. Okay, so here we are in the voice channel here. Scroll back up here and you'll see it here. Okay, and that's where I'm answering questions in here, and this is the place to go. In fact, like I said earlier, if you scroll all the way to the top, you'll see some links that Kamal put in here in different threads. Okay, so you'll see a lot of reference information if you need it. Yeah, this is being recorded, Rob. Okay, so. All right, see now this is kind of the same setup we were looking for before. So let's hit our sell stop here. Place our sell stop here. Now it's still trending up, right? I'm looking for a rejection, okay? And it's not rejecting. It's still trending. Okay, so now it's gone a little too far here. I'm going to cancel that one. And I'm going to clear my drawings. Just a thing to note here. A lot of times in these crypto markets, you get these really strong moves like this, and it completely rejects, fails, goes down below this area, and then goes not only into the mean kind of reversion here, it'll go quite a bit lower. Okay, you'll see it again and again. All right, so we were prepared for that, and it didn't happen. And no harm, no foul. All right, now we got exhaustion here, some selling coming in here. Let's see what the order book says. Now we have some sellers here. All right, let's try this again. We'll place another stop, sell stop here. Okay, it has to break this consolidation range. There we go. Now we're filled. Okay. Now where's it going to go? Well, bottom of the range is a good place. Okay, now it's gone pretty far, so maybe it'll even come back down to the bottom of this range. It's up to you how you want to manage it. The guaranteed or more guaranteed, I should say higher probability, would be the bottom of some of these smaller ranges to begin with. And just looking for a quick scalp here. Okay, now this might turn into a bigger move. Okay, so maybe I'll keep this down here. Okay. Now another thing to take a look at here is where to place this stop, not just by structure but by the order flow. Now see, look at this. I'm gonna exit the position here, okay, because I don't see a lot of sellers here, right? So let's get out of the position here. Well, they're gonna break it. Okay, I think we got it here and hit it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I was going to exit the position. Anyone know why? what was my thinking on this? And it's risk avoidance here. I got filled here and it worked out. It trended. It completed like a flag pattern in here of strong move, pull back, strong move, right? But what I was looking for to begin with, going over this strategy here, was a move to the bottom of the range here, and that's basically it. Maybe this range here, and then what we had. Let me exit this here, cancel all drawings. What we had instead is strong move, pull back, and then down here, look at this. This is not what I'm looking for. This is exhaustion here. I'm not seeing sellers here. Okay, it bounced back up. It made a lower high here. We did not get a lot of buyers in here, but a lot of times this is where I want to avoid the risk, because it was trending up. We got the move down below the range here, and then exhaustion. Buyers can come in here and move it right back up to the top of the range, and I want to avoid that risk. I've got some profit, and I would take it off. Okay, now this is kind of hard to demo all of this here, and it worked out to the better that it came back down here and completed the pattern basically. But look for this little double bottom pattern in here. You'll see it a lot. Okay, you'll see the rejection here, and you'll see strong buying actually right around in here. Actually, this is where you're looking for those big green dots, and it'll pull the market back up. Okay, now it's actually starting to do that now, but after it came back down and did a little consolidation range in here, now we're getting a little bit of a pullback and a breakout here from this small range. Okay, I know I'm going through this quickly, but note these small ranges of consolidation. Okay, especially in crypto, a lot of times it just consolidates and consolidates and consolidates, and then you get a strong break. At least that's been my experiences in here. Guys, we've got a lot of other crypto traders in here. We can have an open mic in tomorrow's session if you guys like, and go through other people's strategies and what they're looking at. Okay, let's see if we can get those sellers come back in here. Now, note what we were looking for earlier might be turning into a stronger pattern in here. Okay, so strong move to the upside, pull back here, and then not so strong here. Okay, this is a head and shoulders pattern in here. I don't care about the head and shoulders part. I care about the order flow within it. And the shift and change happened here, up here. Okay, and we were lucky enough to grab that here. All right, so anyway, now to play that pattern out, well, here's another pullback, right? And now, what about the selling down here? Was it good? Not really, not really. Well, let's see. We'll play it this way. We'll hit the market sell, and we're just looking for it to come back down here, and we'll see. Right now, if it doesn't come there and it comes back up here, I'm out. Okay? The reason being is, like, I'm looking for a continuation here to the downside, okay? in this bigger pattern here. Okay, and I'm just looking for it to test down here, and then maybe it can break out. Now I should get out. Okay, so I'll cancel. I'm sorry, I'll flatten. Okay, now that did ultimately reject. Okay, we're back down here again, but we're starting to find some buyers in here. All right, here we go again. Now let's try it again. Sell again, and let's keep our button here on the flatten. Okay, basically the same thing. Right again. Same price, almost the same price levels. Okay, here it comes again. Now this one will probably break. Okay, and I'm willing to take that risk. Okay, and let's see, where might it come? Well, we can move our stop. We'll place our limit take profit down here. Right now we're looking for a break of this range, right? And this would be our head and shoulders in here. We can look at a measured move in here. Okay, I'm going to do this kind of quickly for the measured move. Something like this, right? Usually I use lines. Okay, and it kind of fits. Makes sense that it would come back down into here. All right, so now we just have to let it work out. Okay, and it's not working out at the moment, not yet. Okay, we need more sellers in here. Okay, what about liquidity? What's liquidity look like? Well, we're getting squeezed here. Okay, top of the range. Let's see if the sellers come in now. Yeah. All right, so let's see top of this range here. So this is turning into more of a range bound trade, actually, not a head and shoulders pattern, but we are prepared for that. And I should have just taken it out here. I let myself get squeezed here. And that's all I can handle here. I am out. Okay, that was a bad decision. Okay, originally it looked pretty good in here, and then looking for the continuation here, right? For our head and shoulders pattern to complete. And then we got a bunch of buyers come in. Right? And then I should have gotten out up here like I did before and some of these other ones. Don't want to accept the risk. Okay, these are just considerations for your trading. Okay, this is we're not advocating, it's not trade recommendations. We are just demoing this in Bookmap for you guys, and we want to help you make better trading decisions, basically, okay, by using the software in here and reading the order flow. Okay, so let's go back to the read here. What's happening up here? Well, this is kind of out of the blue. Didn't see that coming here. In fact, what might be happening here, this was a head and shoulders that rejected. We might get a bigger flag pattern in here, to be honest. Here's our breakout, our pullback, and then maybe continuation here. Okay, it looks like it because look at the strong buying in here. Okay, let's see. More buyers should. All right, well, let's do it. Let's just take a stab at it. There we go. Well, that was quick. Okay, up to 200. And we're out. Let's zoom out here. We're missing our bigger picture here. And you can see I'm only trading 1.2. You can trade up to 3.6 or 3. Well, it depends on what your balance is, but somewhere around there, 3.6. Yeah, well, it's a little volatile right now. Deborah, we're going to go through that process like we have the last several days. Same thing, same checklist, and just look for something high probability. Now, this is where you guys know that I kind of poo-poo the and look down upon the trader psychology. But there are some things that are kind of important and that you need to know. The most important thing that will really help with trader psychology, or at least denounce trader psychology, is look for your setup. Know your setup. That's it. If you know your setup and you manage your risk, and your setup should have a positive expectancy. You've studied it, and you know that it has an edge. So just wait, right? So now this is, kind of a double-edged sword with the competition, because yeah, you can wait for your setup, but you might lose the competition. Therefore, you're kind of encouraged to overtrade in essence. Well, be careful with that, right? When you start to feel that, know what you're doing, because you can get hurt really, really quickly, especially with if you're trading your max margin here. All right, so anyway, yeah, back to the trader psychology. Fear of missing out, fear of feeling that you need to trade. If you feel that, stop. Okay, so Deborah, don't, we're looking at, and this will help us stop. Let's look backwards here at all of this. Okay, what's going on in here? Who's in control, and who's moving the market? Okay, what does the market tell us now? What are the aggressors and the behavior here in the auction? What was it telling us? Okay, well, we have high liquidity up here. Okay, we're still trending up. Okay, we were prepared for a move to the downside. We got a bit of a squeeze here, right? And then we did see, oh, okay, well, let's take a quick scalp here to the upside. Now, again, these are really, really quick moves in here. But that's what we're here for in these webinars, to go through as many trading exercises as we can. Right? Think of it like your poker player. The more you trade, or the more hands you play, the more experience you get. Now, a big difference though is that you're looking for something specific, then playing the most hands that you can. All right, so let's just calm down a little bit here, and let's look for those things. All right, and then this will simplify it, Deborah. And I keep using you here, Deborah, as a the go-to person as an example here, right? But we'll simplify the process in here. So what do we see right now? Well, on this time frame right now, we're still trending up. I don't see sellers in here. I mean, I do see a bit of selling in here, right? But in fact, if we see buyers up here, I want to see more buyers here, then this is a possible setup here, right? We're looking for a curl and then continuation on up. All right, so we need to see buyers though to do that. Now, we also want to see the order book help us. Okay, do we see that? Okay, well, not really. There's a little bit underneath here, but this is really, it's pretty volatile right now. But we want to see this kind of liquidity here underneath here, right? Underneath here. That's what we want to see. And then we want to see green dots up here. Are we getting green dots? No, not yet. Okay. So order book, we don't have much here to justify this continuation on up into 220, nor do we have the order book on our side here. Okay, so we're going to avoid it. Okay, this is where we want to see buyers, right? Okay, we're not seeing that for that continuation. It's hitting this trend line just perfectly. Okay, so, but is it trending up? No. Do we see buyers in this kind of a bit of a flag pattern in here? No. All right, so what are we going to do? Nothing. We're going to stay away from it. We're going to look for something better. All right, so let's just take it. We're going to kind of I'm going to cover something new in here as well, something I've kind of noted through observation in crypto markets. Okay, let's look for where are they buying on the low end in here? Well, here they are. Well, here they are again, right in here, right? I don't see too many sellers getting in the way right now either. So I know in here, I see buyers. Let's see, now, do they buy again? We just dipped into it here. If they do, then this might be pretty good, right? So let's prepare for it, and let's put our buy stop up here. Okay, because we know they're buying here and here, right? And it just dipped into here, and we don't see too much buying, but it's back up, right? So we're tracking where they are buying. Okay, so maybe we'll get our move then. And now we're back down here. Let's observe. Are they buying here? Okay, this is where we need to see buyers here. Okay, off the trend line. See a little bit, not much. Okay, now this is about as far as it can go here. And we should see buyers here if they are still going to support their position here. Okay, we're looking for buyers. Okay, so this will help us understand, like, exactly what we're looking for. And if they are buying off of these levels, then we're going to go with and lean on these guys in here. We have the uptrend. We're off of a trend line here. And then we're looking for these buyers to support it here and here. And we have our buy stop up here, ready to go. Okay? And we're waiting for it to set up or work out here. And yeah, we seem to find a few buyers in here, but not really though. It looked pretty good in here, but maybe they kind of stopped buying now. Well, maybe it's the opposite scenario we should be looking for in a breakdown here of our trend line and our trend, and then come back down into maybe the swing here, or we got liquidity at 150 and then at 110 and 100. Okay, see, Deborah, like if we know what we're looking for in here, something specific. Now this idea is not working out. All right, but that's what we were looking for, and we were prepared for it. Right, the opposite scenario is playing out here. Okay, so we can cancel that order, cancel all, and we missed this one. Right, we talked about it, that we would see sellers down in here. In fact, we were set up for it previously in some of these other areas in here, and then we got squeezed in here. All right, so anyway, this was not random what we were looking for, and it was based off of observing and understanding conditions of the auction in here that we're looking for. All right, so we've moved back down into where these buyers broke out from. Okay, I imagine we're probably going to see some covering in here. Okay, now let's take a look in here. Okay, so we got high liquidity filled here, here, and here. Okay, bit of buying starting to curl back in. Let's see if they can lift it back up to 120. Okay, a little bit of support in here, or demand in here. Kind of tenuous. Starting to pull now and add a little bit lower. Okay, so now let's just take a look at this level in here. Let's take a look at those buyers again. Okay, we have buyers here and here, and they're starting to here now too. Okay, so let's do it again. Looking for a buy stop. And let's see if we can get back up to the top of the range here and maybe more. Okay, we're in. Okay, we're almost back up to the top of the range. Now, top of the range, this is kind of catching a falling knife here, right? So we have to be kind of careful. So that's why a lot of times in the webinars, you know, I talk about like taking some profit up here. Instead of, yeah, I'm just going to exit it here. Looking for those buyers again down here. The idea was to take some profit up here, and it just wasn't quick enough. It was a quick scalp, and then that's okay. We'll just exit and look for the next. Okay, nice move down. Beauty. Okay, we had our reasons here, that little bounce and support. Let me get back to questions here. Yeah, Arian, I imagine there's a lot of algo traders in here that are probably in the first, you know, top 5 slots or so. Not sure. Hey, so don't worry about it. I mean, like, you know, we're here to learn about trading and get better at reading order flow, test our strategies, test our metal here. You like the volume bars, Abby? Yeah, me too. Yeah, I like the volume bars and the dots, because the volume bars, they really stand out. However, the dots show you exactly where in context it's transacting, which I really like. Yeah, we missed this. Kind of upset about that. I'm surprised to see it go below here, the 100. But you know, these markets move right back up here, and then you can find those buyers again, just like we were previously. Deborah and others, like if this, we're going to go through again and again a lot of these scalps in here. However, if this is a little too much, just zoom out, okay, and look at your bigger picture, and then just go through the process a little more with ease here. Let's clear our drawings, for example. And then look at this here. All right, so this is a breakout of this range here, no question about it, right? A nice breakout up into 200, and it totally failed. It's back into the middle of the range now. All right, so this is another thing. Through observation, you know, do your own back testing. A lot of times you'll see the crypto markets have this false breakout like this, come into the range, and then not only go to the other side, but bash the other side and then come back into the range again. I mean, the ES and the NQ do this as well. However, you really see it in crypto, in my opinion. Okay, let me get to other questions in here. Felipe, you got connected? Guys, also take some screenshots. We'll cover them. You know, we can go over them now if you like. But definitely tomorrow we will. So probably easiest way to do it, you could just go over to the Discord channel in the Bookmap trading competition. And then all you have to do is it's pretty simple. Like if you take your screenshot. So for example, let me just take a screenshot here. Right. Okay. So I just took a screenshot in here. And then what you can do is you can mark it up. Now I'm using Snagit here, for example, but you can just copy it and then paste it. Now another way to use your screenshot is up here in Bookmap. Create a screenshot, click on it. There's multiple ways to do this. You can go directly to your Twitter, Facebook page here. You can copy the link or you can save it as well. Let's copy it here. Okay. It says it's copied. Now I can jump over into Discord here. Okay, and then I'm going to right click and click paste. Okay, and then here's the link. And there's the image. All right, so that's a very quick way of putting these charts in here if you want. And I'd be happy to review them. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go through performance reviews, etc. Okay. We're still looking for a decent setup in here. We found some on very small time frames, but the one that I missed here was this, and yeah, it just irks me here. This was nice. We were looking right at it too. We're looking for a bounce off of that. Instead, we got our break, and that's where like you know, we should have set our stop up here to sell stop in here. Okay. Now look at this. This is another reason you know, to consider in Bitcoin and in this competition, you know, to take your profits. This is 100% retracement. Almost was about 80% or 90% so far. Okay, so the market doesn't know what it's doing basically. It's all over the place. Right, and that's what Deborah was kind of referring to. But some of these smaller moves in here in the order flow are pretty high probability. We can see them unfold. All right, so you know, let's suppose that you were looking for your big move in here, and to the other side of the range down to 2,700. Well, you're not sitting too pretty right now, right? As this is squeezed back up against you. Okay, almost to the entry here. All right, let's jump back, look at our bigger picture again here, and let's look at we can look at our candles, or we can look at Bookmap here on the higher time frame. Yeah, so this is Bookmap Web. Like I said, you guys have access to this, free access to this. $27.60. Yeah, this is not right. I'll double check on that. Maybe I have the wrong instrument, but I selected multi-book BTC USDT, and the price is not the same. All right, well, let's zoom in here. Strong move, pull back, and looking to see if we get another strong move here. And then trade up into 160, 170 liquidity here. Okay, I don't have enough here for to justify that, but in fact, there's some exhaustion, sellers. Okay, let's draw our trend line again. Trend channel. All right, so when we draw our trend lines in here, we're just looking at market structure. The back and forth within a structure, and that is no different than, you know, when we look at microstructure, the back and forth within here too. Same idea. Okay, so look, there's our 160, our pop up into 160. Okay, still trending. See if we can get up to 170. Yeah, I just didn't have enough to buy up here. There's too much risk. Into this liquidity, and also this is where it dropped from. It's outside of the structure. There's some exhaustion. Okay, back up again. Still pushing. And they pulled up here at 170. They moved into that. Yeah, I was not going to take this. It's just too much risk. Let's clear our drawings. Let's look at our structure again. Starting to break. All right, let's take a look here. What do we have here? Well, we're trending up, consolidation and continuation of trend, and now it seems to be breaking here, but it has to get below the 150 here, basically. Okay, here we go. Now I should have jumped in on that. But let's take a look here, and we'll wait it out here. Okay, so we do have some sellers coming in. Okay, we got to pull back. Just not enough to hang our hat on quite yet. Okay, so this is just back and forth in here. This is what Wyckoff, says is distribution or accumulation. And you can trade it and trade the ranges. Just make sure you're looking for something that's a higher probability in here. Like a rejection down here. There was some selling in here. You'd want to see some exhaustion there. And then you want to see those buyers come in, and they did, but back up here. Get back to questions. Any questions? Yeah, see how we're staying away from that back and forth in here. I mean, you can trade it, and you can make really good money in here. Looking at the bottoms and tops of ranges in here. But it really is kind of you're kind of going into it blind. I mean, there's certain ways you can do it if you're quick enough in the order flow, and it's definitely possible. You know, you're looking at this little area of consolidation, maybe down here, break of it. Here are buyers. Look to maybe take some profit up here or here. Initially, maybe you can come up to here. Ultimately. All right, let me get to some questions in here. And I might miss this, so that's going to drive me nuts. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to miss it. Yeah, let me get back to questions. I don't quite trust it yet. Looking for a nice little sell-off in here. I just don't see much in the order book here helping us. Now we're looking for something definitive. And when we see it, we know what we're looking for in this scenario. All right. I can't open a gold chart here. I just have crypto open. Yep, upgrade X Lucero, yep, to 7.4, build 18 or 19, and you can connect. Okay, David, you have the latest update of Bookmap version. Okay. Register for the contest. I've been trying to find the symbol. Okay, well, we went through it earlier. There is a video for it. I can try to help you out here. First things first, so you have 7.4, build 18 or higher, correct? Next thing is when you connect to Bookmap in the run options window, make sure you connect to real trading real. So look in the lower right hand corner, it says trading real. Okay, that's important. Otherwise you won't be able to connect. And now you're now just being aware too, like if you have your ES or NQ open, you will be trading in your live account as well. So yeah, make sure that that is live, and then you need to add in here your trading simulator and then Bookmap data, and select them both. Okay, once you've done that, then you click on the plus tab here, and then you will select this is the configuration that you need here, right? Competition, multi-book, USDT, and then 1 hour, 1 tick if your machine is powerful enough to handle. If it's not, then use 10, and then granularity is 0.01. Okay, and then let's close. Then click subscribe, and it should pop up here. Now to trade from it, there's one more thing that you need to do. You need to open up your trade control panel, and this will not be selected here. You'll need to add the panel here, which is the cross instruments trading panel. Okay, once you've done that, then you click on start here. You select from the cross instruments BTC USDT for the competition. It says it right there. Select that, and then click on start. Then you'll see this light up here, and you can select it and then trade from the chart, the dome, or both, and then select your size. And then you should be good. Okay, so this has really turned into some back and forth in here. And don't really have a bias in here. We came from the upside. That's nice. And then it's been just back and forth in here. Yeah, some good buying that just came into at the top of the range here. That's about it. Nice selling in here. So it's really back and forth. Okay, there is a connection video here. I can show you. I'll share this with you so you can get up and running here. All right, so for anyone who cannot connect, watch this video here. It should help you. Okay, yeah, thanks, David. Yes and yes. All right. All right. Well, yeah, let me know if you're still having issues and at what point you are, where you're at in the process. Now let's go through that process again in here, right? And identify buyers and sellers potentially initiating buyers and sellers. Okay. Well, here's some selling here, right? And they're still selling there. Okay, well, here's the buying down here and here, right? So this is the back and forth element here we were just talking about, right? See the buyers come in again here, right? So we know that. Right, the volume dots in the move in here show that. Now this is back and forth in here right now. We also want to look at the order flow, the order book, current and historical in here, and we don't see much right now at all. It's just back and forth in here. Okay, so again, trader psychology on this, we stay away until we see something. I mean, if you really want to scalp, but you got to take your profits really quickly. Like buyers are here, they'll likely take it back up to, well, these sellers here or maybe up here. So okay, they took it up to these sellers here, and these guys are they back in a little bit? Now we have the order book here as well. All right, so maybe we can get a break of this range here. But let's see, this is where the buyers are, right? All right, so what if we get below it then? Now this would be a quick scalp. Okay, I'm willing to take that and then maybe down to the bottom of this range to this liquidity here, right? I'm prepared for it. Okay, see, but we're getting our buyers yet again in here, and here they are here this time. Sellers are here yet again. Okay, identify the buyers and the sellers. And now look, the algo is pushing this down, and yet again we found buyers here. Maybe this is a good way to go. We'll just continue on with the micro structural type stuff or smaller time frame here. I just hate to do that because I don't want to get people all going all sorts of different directions in here. Okay, we're looking for higher probability setups in here. Something more likely to unfold. Now, do we get our buyers in here? Not yet, right? Not yet. And now we're back up here, but I still don't see them. I don't see much of anything right now. I do see the order book coming up though at this area here, 144, and there we go. Okay, so now we're filled. Okay, and we're just looking for the bottom of the range in here, somewhere around in here. Okay, and this liquidity in here, we had our reasons for it, right? We had our reasons. And let's see, do we get filled? So it's right there. There we go. So we just got filled, right? So again, we're just trying to keep the process, we know what we're looking for. And then we go through the scenarios in here. Now, we do this every day in these webinars. Now we're putting it to the test in here. And we know what we're looking for on this time frame. Okay, now this might turn into a higher time frame move though, and that would be unfortunate because we were waiting for that. But now we're down here at this swing here. Okay, well, let's see if we get some maybe some profit taking or buyers, or maybe not. Maybe we just see sellers continue and they're going to reach down to this liquidity down here. Well, 110 is coming into the book, and also this 90 level here, which they were at previously. Should be using Rhythmic. No, Rhythmic has nothing to do with this today, David. It's Bookmap data, actually. It's the multi-book product from Bookmap. Okay, you can see that this is actually connected to only one. We set it up this way for the competition. It's, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, it's BTC USDT for Bookmap futures only. All right, so let's see here. We got some interesting kind of move, odd move in here to the downside. Not too much selling, but the buying came in these kind of odd little spots in here. Okay, so well, that could be more fuel to the fire to the move lower here. So let's see, or the other scenario, which I don't like this kind of price action and order flow here whatsoever. Not really clear to me. Maybe they're buying here, but yeah, I guess you can make that case. They're selling up here, they're buying here, right? So we know that it dropped here, but on a trending move, we're looking for a pretty strong sell volume to move the market away from an area, and we're not getting that here. Right, so really we're not looking for a trending move here and continuation. David, if you see Rhythmic up in here, you can remove it, but you don't need to. You just don't connect to it, deselect it. That's all. You can add it later if you want. You can add, many. You can add DX feed, Rhythmic, whatever you want. But what you need for the competition is Bookmap data and the trading simulator add-on. All right, so we got about 15 more minutes left here. Let's see if we get anything here. Trying to find something to unfold here. Tomorrow, I think what we'll do is we'll go through some of your trades. You can place your trades in here. Okay, Alexander, you said you can't close your position. Hit flatten. Oh, you did, and you still can't close it? Really? That should do it. Okay, so we found our sellers yet again here. This is really sloppy price action in here. That's another thing I noticed about the crypto markets. You get that. Yeah, yesterday, okay, so Alois, yesterday, yes, I had some issues as well, trying to close a position. Okay, this is looking much better now. God, it moves a little too quick for these webinars. And I think it's might be gone. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't trust it in here. This is not the strong move. This is a nice strong move here, moving it away from this area in here. But I want to see the continuation move initiate up here, and I just don't see it. All right, let's get back. What was I saying here about the simulator? All right, so if you go to your configure here, add platform, scroll back down here, you make sure that you have the new trading simulator here, version 1.0.1. All right, so you may need to remove your old one and then add the new one in here. And that's what I did actually this morning, and that's probably why I had a kind of a strange hiccup connecting this morning. I think it's because of that. Okay, well, let's see here. We can go through looking for another setup in here. Okay, potentially another move to the downside here. So first strong move, consolidation, looking for our second strong move. You know, I'm going to place a sell stop here, and 1.2 positions here. And now I want to avoid the trap, but I'm looking for this strong selling, which we are getting here. So now I'm looking for that continuation, right? Now, if this just reverses immediately, I'm just going to get out. Okay, because it'll come back to the top of the range and maybe even higher here. This will be a trap, and I don't want to be part of the trap. I want to be in the trending move here, right? Okay, and we can look to maybe take some profit down there. Yeah, it looks like it might be a potential trap here. It's still in play, but if it gets up to that 27,120, I'm just going to hit flatten. Okay, and I'm using flatten a lot here. You can also, you know, place your orders in here. In fact, let's do that. Let's do an OCO order here, okay? Because my position is short, right? Now, an OCO order cancels the other. One cancels the other. So I'm short, so I want to be a buyer. I want to hold shift and buy above, and then left click down below here. And then there's my stop and there's my take profit. Okay, let's look and see if we can put together a measured move in here as well. All right. Okay, and measured move, you know, I've just been covering it as so visual, but we're going to just line it up with some liquidity in here, which looks pretty good. Right. In fact, I'm going to line it up with I'm going to move it up just a little bit and look at this liquidity here. And that's not what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for sellers to take it down, not a lack of sellers here. So we're open for the squeeze here. which is exactly what's happening. Right, so notice that I should have gotten out earlier on that, right? But I just took the stop loss. Okay, we can use our brackets too. Like I said, though, this may take away some of your. I'll get back to you on that with an answer, but it may take away some of your buying power or purchasing power. Okay, look at sellers coming right back in. Okay, after the squeeze to the upside here, still looking for the directional move here. Get some selling. I'm just going to place another stop. Okay, I'm looking to be taken into this and looking for a follow through. Okay, it's already come back up here and tested this area here. And I'm looking for more selling pressure. And I know that there is more selling in here. Okay, look at the bars, look at the dots. Right, so this is just went up to the top of the range and knocked me out. And then came back down into the range and see some heavy selling in here. So we know the sellers are here and here, right? And then we can avoid any other kind of squeeze shenanigans in here. All right, I'm going to do something a little more interesting in here. Now, it's going to be in line with what we're looking for, okay? Because we see sellers up here again. All right, so we know there's sellers in here and here. So I can actually move this up and look to trade it back down to the bottom of the range here, and then continuation here. So I can get a better entry. Right now, I kind of missed it here. I would have loved to have put it right below this buying dot here. And then I can look for it. It gives me a little more kind of breathing room here for this to work out. Okay, and I can move my stop down here. I do not want to see buyers back up above that area here. And look at that exhaustion. Oh God, exhaustion, pure exhaustion here. Very, very little selling here. Well, at least the bottom of the range here. That's what we're looking for. It's already tested the top of the range. And it's going to test it again. Look at that. Didn't get stopped out. That's crazy. It should have. There we go. Now I'll get stopped out. Funny. Boy, that's hanging on by a thread there. Come on, sellers. You at the top of the range here. Just simple auction theory. Drive it back down to the middle of the range or bottom of the range here. That's it. It's really paltry buying in here, but yet they're able to kind of move the market back up. Right, we had our idea. Basically wanted to be in here and got in a little bit lower. And then moved our stop down to the top of the range here. and we're going to get stopped out. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, still, this does not look like a lot of buying to me back up to here. That's pretty small amount of buying. All right, Dan, you saw a block order moved. Yeah. Alexander, how can I close it? Flatten is disabled. No, it should be. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's actually funny. I mean, your position, what is your position though? The position is up here, P, right? And it should be at 0 if you hit flatten. Okay, I know that you see, I can see 1.2 here as well, but I don't have it in the market, right? Cancel all, cancel, flatten, but I still see negative 1.2. I don't know why. Right, it should be 0. Guys, here comes our move again. Let's see if we can get this to unfold here. Right, sellers are still in control from here. After all that really crappy price action, and the sellers took control here, right? And then here comes our move here, right? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I would have liked to have hit the button here. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Bottom of the range again. I don't like it, but I'm looking for the move to unfold. I see more selling in here, and I'm going to go with that trend. Right? I don't see really much in the way here until we get down into some of these liquidity levels here. Okay, pretty horrible entries, but the concept is we know what we're looking for here. Sellers still in control from this point on up here. Okay, had a nice little stop run up in here. And then now we're looking for the stop run down below here and continuation of the trend here. So we're looking for both the liquidations and the move lower into this lower liquidity in here. The liquidations I haven't talked about much. We'll talk more about the add-ons, I think, tomorrow. You guys should have access to anything Global Plus in here. Okay, and I don't see any liquidations here recently. Boy, this is not what we're looking for either. Bottom of this range. This is exactly not what we're looking for. Well, we might get a retest in here and then see those sellers here and then take it down. Right, but see, this is our double bottom pattern in here. Now, I don't see any buyers yet for the squeeze, but they may show up here. And if they do, I'll just exit again. That's fine. I'm looking for something very specific to unfold, and that's that. In fact, let's see if we can even do this. I'm going to add to the position down here, though. Oops, now I cannot. That is a bug. Okay, I should be able to hold shift and then right click below here, and I cannot. All right, I'll have to get back to the developers on this, guys. Sorry about that. I should be able to put my buy or sell stop down there. Let's try it again. I don't know why it does this, but yeah, it still won't allow it. What if I hit market sell? No. Come on, sellers, let's see it. We've already had our squeeze, our move higher. We saw more sellers. We're just looking for more sellers now to complete the move lower. Now, I would have loved to have leveraged into this a little bit as well, but I did not have the opportunity. Yeah, maybe I can now. I don't like doing it, but looking for that continuation here. Let's see. No, still cannot. Anyway, that would be a nice little move here. Let me get back to questions. Same problem. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we'll get back to you now. Again, like look for the updates here. Let me show you where. If you guys haven't found it already, it is in the Discord channel. It is here. Okay. So go to the book BM-trading-competition. That's it. Okay, and you'll see all sorts of stuff in here. All right, and that's the hub here for all communications. All right. Okay, see how we got another pullback. Now again, we can look at this again, like where are our buyers and sellers still, right? Well, we know the sellers are in here, okay, and we found some buying here. Okay, we gotta push through that. Okay, and so far this is just a pullback here. And sellers still the strong move here. Okay, so now here is where we're looking for more selling up here, right? Let's just take this across. Or lack of buying. Okay, and the order book here, we want to see more supply at this lower level here. Let's look for that, and let's see the reaction to it be if there's sellers here. And then come back down into at least the bottom of the range here, and then looking for continuation. And not getting it. No sellers showed up. Interesting. Yeah, I'll give it to the top of the range here. That's it though. There's a lot of this kind of back and forth in the crypto markets. Yeah. All right. So yeah, like, you know, these areas above these little ranges, you'll see them tested again and again. Now, again, this is not on a lot of buying either. Oh God, this another thing in here about the I can click the flatten button here. I don't want to. I still think that we're going to get this move here to downside. But Lewis, okay, you're not, you're responding to Alexander. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm getting pretty ready to hit that. Well, I won't have to. I'm going to get stopped out. Okay, that's unfortunate. Wanted to see that this move continue on down here, and this little bit of buying has gained some momentum here, as you guys can see. That was a pretty tricky move, and yeah, this was, to me, this was looking really good for that continuation down here. That's fine. Okay, so Maxime, there's a bug with the working orders number. Doesn't mean that you have any open orders. Okay, so there's your answer on that, about what you see as negative 1.2 right here. All right, so it's a bug, but you can see it's your position that matters here. All right, and let me see here. Well, answer any more questions that we have. I think I've answered everything. All right, guys. Well, anyway, we'll go through some more setups and details in here, and also some better risk management. The thing that it just kind of bothers me to do here is I don't want, we love going through the lower time frames and as many examples as we can, but the you know, the higher time frame moves, if we do see it, of course we'll take it, but you can't, you know, manage, you got to manage your trade. If you're in on the lower time frame, you're looking for managing it on the lower time frame. Right, so in a few of those we look for some quick scalps. They worked out, on to the next. Right, so this is turning into a much higher time frame type of move here, and it was to begin with. We're looking for this move lower, pull back, continuation, move lower, and instead this is turned into you know, something else. I don't, this is kind of odd buying up in here, and I really don't have an idea where this might be going right now. Let's just zoom out a little bit here. Yeah, it's really choppy in here. I mean, the one thing we do have here is if we can get enough buyers in here, then this is a move back up into our 200 or even higher here. Okay, back up into the tops of these ranges here. This is strong buying now. They just popped in recently. All right, now and let's just look at this time frame here, and we'll leave it at that, and then we'll move on. All right, so on this time frame here, this is what we've got. Okay, we do have a break of the trend here, and the trend channel here. All right, so does it accept and continue on higher? Yeah, we'll take a look here. A bounce off of this is pretty normal, and then looking for continuation. All right, it broke outside the range. Now it didn't accept above here. In fact, you don't see buying up here. Right, so this is pretty tricky little market right now. I would look for again, the scenarios would be the selling down below here. Oops. Selling down below, or the buying back up in here. Okay, they need to buy back up in here for this to continue on up into 200. It's just they just need to. There's not enough buying up here. All right, so anyway, guys, that's what I see so far, and yeah, let's leave it at that, and I'll come back tomorrow, and let's try to build up our equity in our account here again, and then tear it all back down again. Just kidding. We'll build it back up again tomorrow. We're going to go through some of your trades and debrief, as well as we're going to go through correlations and confluences. So we didn't touch on that today. We're looking at more of the kind of raw price action and order flow, but we're going to look at the liquidations in here, and we're going to look at the market pulse as well. If you guys have questions about trading from the dome, that's fine too. We can do that, and whatever kind of questions you have. Basically, let me show you something. This is what you've got, okay, for this competition. If you go to bookmap.com and you scroll down, okay, to the packages in here, this is the version that you have for this competition. You have access to everything that is Global Plus. So what do you get? We'll scroll down here, and then we're going to look at the bigger kind of list here. So this will be the side-by-side comparison. Here's Global Plus, and let's scroll down. These are all the add-ons that you have access to here. Okay, all the advanced add-ons. There's quite a few. Right, so look at that long list here. Okay, so if you have any questions on any of these add-ons in here, they're all included with Global Plus. Right, so we can cover any of these in here. I tried the break-even point. I wanted to demo that for you guys. It does not work at the moment in this trade simulator. But we can look at correlation tracker. We can add like the ES or something else if we want to look at correlated markets for maybe another confluence for looking for the continuation of a move. We have the the sweeps indicator. We can take a look at that if you want. Absorption indicator. We have all of these add-ons in here, as well as the market pulse. Okay, so keep that in mind. Ask your questions tomorrow. Guys, thanks so much for coming. We'll continue on tomorrow and go through quite a bit more. All right, so answering your questions and also debriefing. We can share the mic and get into more details as you like. Okay, yeah, thanks for coming, everybody, and we will catch up with you tomorrow at 9 a.m. All right, I think JTrader is still going. Maybe he just finished. It took up some of his time going through the crypto stuff in here. But Scott is on tomorrow for futures. Anyway, let me show you the calendar one more time before we go here. Hold on, over in YouTube. Okay, go to bookmap.com, the more button here, and go to the learning center there. Okay, and then in the learning center here, you can go through these getting started videos and how to trade from the Bookmap chart, and then our calendar is down here, and you'll see all the crypto events. Okay, so here's today, Wednesday. This is this event here. Tomorrow, Thursday, 9 a.m. here, and then Friday at 10 a.m. here will be our debriefing and AMA, Ask Me Anything. And this is the end of the competition. It will end at 8 o'clock on Friday. These are all East Coast times here. Okay. Thanks, everybody, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Good trading. Best of luck in the competition. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.